Hello everybody, and welcome to How to Succeed for World Literature B. My name is Ryan Quaid. We're also going to be having Vice President Briar Rose Smith and Secretary Chelsea Urich. So how to succeed in this course? Well, I'm going to be started off by covering readings. In this course, we're going to be reading some dark and deep books. Very key that you annotate. You highlight the parts that stand out to you. You make little notes in the margins. As time goes on, you're going to forget these thoughts that you were having as the emotions were flowing by. So, it's very nice to just open it up and see what you were thinking, especially when you're trying to share your thoughts with your class. Just as a helpful tip, as the workload is relatively easy here for the next 3 to 5 days, try to get as much reading as you can, and as different little breaks like Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday and stuff like that. Because as the semester progresses, you're going to keep getting busier and busier, and sometimes these readings can get pretty overwhelming. So that's just a helpful tip. So now I'm going to turn the time.
Hey guys, this is Chelsea, your secretary from World Lit, and I'm going to talk about research. So in class we have really great discussions and conversations and debates about the subjects that we're talking about, but what really adds to the conversation is the research that we do outside of class. And some of the research tools that we use are Google search engines or Wikipedia. Our teachers create before the semester begins. And if you've been in Williamsburg before, you know what it is. It's a study guide. And it's really important that you keep up with the questions and that you do research to answer the questions in full so that you understand the subject that we are talking about. Not only does it fully help us encompass a concept or a subject, but we may not use every single amount of information, but the accumulative process of all the information we collect really helps us to get a better understanding of what we're talking, well-rounded view of the concepts that we are learning.
Thanks for that, Chelsea. Alright, so I'm going to tell you about something called epistemological modesty. Basically, it means approaching stuff with an open mind. It's the opposite of saying, I don't believe what you're saying simply because you don't agree with me. This is very key throughout this entire course because these books not only are deep, not only are dark, but they're all written from a perspective outside of the Western world. These books will probably challenge the beliefs that you have, but that's okay. Each one of them have profound lessons to teach if you will let them. You have to approach them again with an open mind and keep your epistemological modesty. Again, they're very dark, so you're probably going to hate them, especially towards the middle and the climax. But you have to keep persevering because in the end, I guarantee you're going to love the books. They're very healing stories. Just had to throw that in. So now I'm going to turn the time over to Briar Rose.
Participating in class is super important. Those who participate in world literature gain a better understanding of the books we read and also have an amazing discussion. It also helps with essays, and it kind of helps just to go outside of a bubble. As Ryan was talking about, having epistemological modesty, it helps with that as well because you see other people's views. You see the world around you and people's different views. They may be from different religions, different countries, and they have different views on the world than you. And so by participating in class, people can know what you know and try to explain, but you can also learn from other people. Participating in class is super important, and it just develops yourself.